Hi! I'm actually recording this in my bathroom because it's the tidiest room in the house, so excuse the appearance. So today I just came back from meeting with a new lady that I met at the playground a couple of weeks ago, and it was great because I was there with my son and she was there with her daughter, and her daughter was wearing the sunflower lanyard, so I knew instantly that, autism or something like that. So we started chatting anyway, and then we had coffee, and I think today was our second time having the coffee. Anyway, long story short. So basically we were meeting there today and we were talking about accessing supports for our kids. And we were talking about how difficult it is to get support either from the school or from home care, or trying to emphasise the needs of our kids. And what we were saying is it's really crucially important that when you go to ask for support, whether it's from a school, your CDNT, social work team, HSC, anything, any kind of organisation that you're dealing with, state or semi-state, that you have an evidence book to show the need. So, like my son has pica, so everywhere he's been, we've had the hospital reports of when he's been swallowing stuff and we've had to go to hospital. We've had school around the school and said every time he puts something in his mouth, you need to log it. It needs to be officially logged and signed off so that we can show the frequency and the severity and how much extra need and care and attention that he needs. So when you're starting to apply for stuff, you already have a whole data piece of examples of the behaviour, because often when we're in those situations and we're dealing with professionals or organisations and they say to us, but what makes them different? What makes them need this extra support, like extra care assistant at home or extra SNA, special needs assistant in school? It's very hard to think about it on the spot, especially if you're doing an application form and it's 12 o'clock at night and you're exhausted and you know they're going to be up in a couple of hours running amok in the house. So what I found really useful is I have a family calendar in the kitchen, the one with lots of different columns. So what I do is every time there's an incident, like when he bites me or when he hits himself or if he throws something or if he runs away, like he used to do this thing where if he went to the car, literally he would take every opportunity to run off down the road, doesn't matter what weather, what traffic, nothing. So every time he did that, I started writing it on the calendar, because the calendar's there, you see it every day, it's in the kitchen and it's easy. If you get the school to do that, or your creche, or your childminder, or the playgroup, or anybody who's involved with your child's care, and you start logging it, what it means is then when the service go to contact your school for, say, something like an additional SNA, you can go, oh look here, we have the evidence here. And it's a lot harder to say no when you have a comprehensive list with evidence, dates and times by different people to show the extent of the need. And I know for us, when we requested the additional SNA for my son in school, it was for the pica. So we literally I had all the visits to the hospital dates, I had everything that he puts in his mouth. It was in countless IEPs as well. So it meant it was a very clear and easy to understand request. And I had all the evidence there. So it was very difficult for them to say, no, still had to chase it. But we did get it, and we got it fairly quickly, which is brilliant. But what I would say is so important. All the things that you just take for granted in your daily life, like, they can't be in the bathroom on their own because they'll drink the soap, or every door has to be locked at all times because they'll run out the door or they'll climb out a window, or you have to have someone in the back seat of the car with them because otherwise they'll try and climb over and hit you or kick you and distract the driver. So all the stuff that we take for granted, that we just see as part of our day, and it is just part of our day, but it's those care needs, it's those extra demands that prove your case that you need additional support, whether it's a school, whether it's in home care, whether it's with your local health service trying to get assessments, record everything. Just a quick note on a calendar, that's all you have to do, so that when you're going to do your application, you have a huge list there, so your mind's not going to go blank. Anyway, hope this helps. Have a good day.